Why not? Happy New Year, Happy New Year, Happy New Year, Happy. Mr. Bill Howard, you got a good laugh, sir. Happy New Year, Happy New Year, Happy New Year, Happy New Year, Happy New Year. Miss Garcia, am not that fun? Look at Mr. Ismail. Good morning, good morning, good morning, Marie. Good morning, sensational. Good morning. Party locker. Happy New Year. Hey, I want to thank everybody, Miss Eileen. I just looked at Miss Garcia. She's having a ball over there looking at me laughing. All right, this is as funny as I get. Okay. Miss Eileen, good morning. Mr. Tasha Ismail, good morning, dear. Miss Konohara in Japan, good morning. Al Randolph in Oakland, good morning. Miss T. Hayes, good morning. Mr. Harold Gaston, good morning. Anna Inez in Texas, good morning, dear. Miss Belinda Batiste, you got to go run and go get some. Miss Christina, good morning, dear. Mr. Daryl Ranson, good morning to you, sir. Mr. Ed Navarro, good morning. Mr. Pan, I like your hat, sir. Good morning, good morning. Mr. Freddie Sherman, good morning, sir. Oh my God, Mr. Julian Lewis, good morning, sir. Regional Director out of San Diego, California. That's for you, sir. Pat, Frank and Pat Bowman up in Elk Grove, California. And let's head down to Oakland where Mr. Al Randolph's at. Al Randolph in Oakland here, Mr. Thomas. And also let's head with Pat Robinson over in Oakland. Man, you and Mr. Randolph are matching almost. Look at you two. Miss Castro down in Phoenix, Arizona. Thank you so much, dear, for joining. Love you and your family. You're a great lady. We appreciate everything you've done for us this year. Marie, good morning. Miss Mary Perez, thank you so much for the call. Mr. Ray Caldwell, good morning, sir, and thank you for your comment. I already said Mr. Bill Bailey. Let's go back to the B's. Mr. Brian Baker, where's he at on here? Let me see that guy. Where's he at? Where's my buddy at? Where's Mr. Brian Baker? Let's see if he's showing us. I'm going flipping through here. I'm going to call out some new names next year. There, man, where are you? Show yourself. And do a peace sign. Okay. Mr. Winston Herbert. Hey, by the way, did you get the gift? It came up from New York. You should have got there by now. Well, if not, it should be there the next day or so. You're from Power Hour on Monday. You guys are missing a great blessing on the giveaways on Monday. That's all I'm going to say. So, Mr. Herbert, hope you got it by now. Thank you, sir. What was your comment? Put it back in there again, sir. I didn't see it. Hey, Miss Zoe Duffy, part of the bakery organization. Miss Tracy Gilmore, part of the bakery organization. Sensational. Out in Florida, dear. How are you doing? Let me see where she at with her glasses. I saw her a minute ago. Let me go back here. I didn't check out those. There she is. Uh-oh, she got her New Year's Eve glasses on. Hey. All right. TJ in Ohio, good morning, dear. Good seeing you. Miss Natalie Pereira in Vegas, good morning, dear. Mr. Marvin Carter, Regional Director, thank you so much for joining, sir. Appreciate you so much. Who else? Oh, Mr. Lance Kelly, thank you, sir. This is going to be your year. Just there you go. You know what you got to do. Miss Kathleen Williams, thank you, dear, for being on. Mr. Harrison Mills, thank you so much. Mr. David Wright, thank you so much. HOPE, H-O-P-E, stands for Helping Other People Excel. I think I got everybody. Most of the people got here early. Hey, listen, today is our last one for the year. So it's the last one for the year, Mr. Ismail. That's right. This is the last one for the year. Now, we will not be here tonight doing a 1 through 10. If you're on here, you'll be doing it. Tomorrow's New Year's Day. You got off tomorrow on Friday. Saturday, no training Saturday. Sunday, no training Sunday. We will be back Monday morning on January the 4th with Miss Natasha Ismail 3.0. So remember, you guys got 3 days off. Now, I'm going to feel like a 95%er. That's going to be amazing. I did that last week. But here again, one more January the 4th, after the day, January the 4th. If it's anybody on here, you'll be doing it. So that's right, Mr. King and Miss Rose Guerrero. 3.0 with Mr. Tasha Ismail starting the year off January the 4th. And then on the 5th, we got the great Mr. Julian Lewis. Been resting him up and he's ready to go. On Wednesday, Mr. Dwight Williams. On Thursday, we got my dear friend, Mr. Jordan Allen, the author of Beach Money and Better Than Beach Money. And then on Friday, we're going to be playing one of the best of Shaquille Cooper on Friday. That's the next week's schedule. So without further ado, this young man is on the line. He's getting his material together. We love him. He's one of my favorite trainers, and I love he's real methodical with this information, real down home. He's a family man. Take care. We've got a beautiful daughter. Actually, the last time I saw him, we were all together in the Bahamas with his daughter and myself, and Mr. Lance was wanted and went down there with me. We had a great time in the Bahamas. Looking forward in 2021 to seeing a lot more of you guys around physically in person. And without further ado, from Southern California, he's a regional vice president Platinum. My dear friend, he's one of the co-founders, go-to trainers, all around good guy. He'll be with us in February of next year. Yes, February, Miss Dee Dee Sanders. I know what you're thinking. Where's he going? Yeah, he's coming back. He'll be with us on February. So without further ado, our last call of 2020. Let's give a great round to the one, the only, incomparable Mr. Dean Tarrolly.
Thomas, hey. So yeah, man. I was on. It's funny. My phone starts getting blown up when you guys don't see me in the waiting room. And trust me, I'm always here. I needed to find a couple things for today because it's the last call of the year, so it's like no pressure, right? So want to do a couple things. I do have a message for you guys, but want us to have a little fun here, and it's important. I'll start by saying what I always say about Mr. Thomas. So I'm consistent with that. You guys, please don't take his time, his effort, his energy, his goodwill, the leadership that he gives everyone, regardless of if you're on his team or not. Those are qualities of a leader that you want to duplicate. The qualities of a leader of being here's what he is. Mr. Thomas is an inclusive leader. He includes everyone. If someone wants the information and they want to do well, he's going to find a way to help them or find things for that person to plug into. So I just think it's really important. I have a lot of respect for Mr. Thomas. You guys know, call him Mr. T. He's helped me go through some stuff personally that I had in my business, private conversations, but nice to know that a leader like that is a phone call or a text away. And that's the kind of environment that not only he's provided, but it really comes down from the co-founder. So I think it's awesome. And, man, a little bit of pressure. So I have Senior Vice President Al Thomas's last call of this crazy ass year we've been through. Crazy. This has been the craziest year, you guys. And how bananas is this? So it's like I'm sitting there thinking about all these things that I want to try to communicate to you guys that I hope will help. That I hope will help you get out of this business what it is that you want. And if you've caught any theme to any of the trainings that I've done with you guys over, months, I don't know how many months we've been doing this, 6 months, whatever it is, graciously gives me a month break and then I come back and try to have something new for you. Well, I was thinking about it and I hope you have something to take some notes. I'm going to show you a couple things on here. We're going to have a little bit of fun, a little bit of seriousness, and kind of put a bow on this year and move into the next year. So here is where we're going to start. All right, here's where we're going to start. So hope you're ready. Here it is. Let's write this down. Please write this down. 2 words. Here it is. Now what? Now what? Al, Julian, Natasha, I don't know who the other RDs that are on. Do I have your permission to be completely Italian? Do I have your permission to do I have your permission to say whatever I'm going to say and you guys will not get offended if a certain type of word comes out? Do you promise? Okay, cool.
My friend, be Italian. If you don't want to be Italian, be an Italian.
All right, here we go. So here we go. All right, cool. So now what? We've taught you how to get customers. You know how to do that. We've taught you how to pique interest. You know how to do that. We've taught you leadership skills. You know how to do that. We've taught you how to promote the events. You know how to do that. We've taught you the comp plan. You know how to do that. This stuff. Now what? You got to figure out very quickly, what value are you bringing to the marketplace? Why should somebody follow you? What value are you bringing to your team? Right? And if you don't have a team, it starts with you. You guys have heard me say this many, many times. Like, would you recruit you? Would you want you on your team? I don't know. Because I don't know all of your businesses. I mean, I know Julian's a little bit. I think Julian would want to recruit himself. I know Natasha. I think Natasha would want to recruit herself. I know I have one of my regional directors. I think I just saw his name pop on, Diego Garcia. I told you guys Diego's story a couple of weeks ago, or maybe it was last week. I know he'd want to recruit him. So my challenge to you guys is, would you want to recruit you? Are you doing the things that would make it stand out and go, yeah, man, I would want, based on what I did today, I would want me on my team. So you have to ask yourself a question. What value are you bringing? Well, I'll tell you something right now, based on the year that we've all had, right? There's a lot of people that would see value in what it is that we do. A lot. Because there's a lot of people right now that I think they have this combination of feelings going on. There's this quiet desperation because people don't want to show their hand. There's hopefulness for 2021. There's some relief that 2020 is going to be behind us, right? There's all these things going on right now. So if you're bringing value to the marketplace and you're bringing value to your team, right? Now you're turning ACN into a numbers game. But see, until you do that, you can't really turn this business into a numbers game. And any business person will tell you this is a numbers game. It is a non-emotional numbers game. Now, do we get emotional when people on our team are succeeding? Do we get emotional and passionate about what we have to offer? Absolutely. But don't get emotional about the numbers. Don't get emotional about the numbers. Just get better with the numbers. What does that mean? What does it mean to get better with the numbers? The relationship that you have with the numbers in your business. What does that mean? How many people have seen the business? Like you guys, there's so many people that like to bust balls and chops about, are you on this training? Are you on that training? Did you do this? Did you do that? You know what? How about if you show me your calendar? How about you worry less about me being on that training and worry more about what's in your calendar? How about that? How about not worrying about somebody else's backyard? How about taking care of the lawn in your own yard, right? Like for real, you guys. You know, you guys have heard me say this before. I don't want, and I think I speak for Mr. Thomas, I don't want a bunch of professional meeting attenders. I want people that are going out there and taking action. So, you know, I'm out here in Hollywood, right? And I've been in that world for a long time. So I was thinking about some stuff that I could share with you or show you that would kind of help make a point or, you know, so we could have some fun with this. So I got a couple things to show you guys and just kind of have some fun here. So, here's something that I want you to write down. And I talked about this, I think maybe months ago. And here's what it is, right? Write these words down, please. Confident expectation. The reason why I'm covering this again is because I think it's that important. So if you are expecting an outcome, right? Why would you not expect anything other than reps joining the team, customers hitting the books? Why would we expect anything other than that? So we want to have a confident expectation of the things that we need to do in our business to get the result that we want. Okay, cool. So there's two parts of confident expectation. Here goes. So you guys, this is important stuff, I think. Two parts of confident expectation. Number one is skills and number two is action. See, you can learn the skills. You can learn the skills in all these trainings with all these other leaders. You know, you got, you know, myself and a host of others that that Mr. Thomas makes arrangements to have on these calls. But here's the thing. Here's the thing. Confident expectation comes from skills and action. So you can learn the skills on calls like this. We can share with you things of mindset. You guys, what did I cover this whole month? By the way, I did very little mindset. That was by design, by the way. Everybody freaking trains mindset. Think this way, think that way. You should do this, you should do that. How about the actions that are required? That's why I started. The first week was customers. The second week was recruiting. The third week was how to promote events. The fourth week was the comp plan and a little bit of mindset. And now we're leading us until the end of the year. So that's why I started this by saying, now what? Now what? Now you got the skills. We've showed you, right? The second part is taking action. So I want you guys to write this down. Skills plus action equals trust. So what does that mean? If you're learning the skills and you're taking the action, then you start to trust yourself in the process, and you got to be bad before you're good, good before you're great, great before you're excellent, excellent before you're proficient. And that's just the way that this is. You know, you guys have heard me, Greg Provenzano says it all the time. Keep the main thing, the main thing. Why are you getting so distracted with this training and that training? And you know, what happens is this, you guys, with all these messages, here's what happens. The brain starts to get jumbled, right? And there's a trust that you have to have in yourself that you've done the work. You've been on the calls. You've taken the notes. You've done this. So I'm asking you, if you're saying you want to become a regional director, really? Now what? What are you doing? And I'm having this very locker room conversation with you at the end of the year by design. My goal for you guys is that you do not have this same conversation with me next year. We've advanced the conversation. Look, if I'm going to talk to Al Thomas, now listen, you guys, let's call it what it is. All right, let's take the freaking gloves off for a minute. Why am I going to talk to Al Thomas about going regional director? I'm not. Guess what? I'm not. You know why? I hit regional director a billion years ago. But you know what I am going to talk to him about? What do you guys think I might talk to Al Thomas about? Someone take a shot at it. Someone take a shot at it. What might I talk to Al? Now, I'm not talking about personal and family stuff because he's a friend. I'm not talking about personal struggles, although that can happen in ACN. What conversation do you think I would have with Mr. Al Thomas? There's Sharian said it. Christine said it. Going SVP. I'm going to have a conversation with Al about going SVP. Why in the freaking world would I do that? Why? Because A, I want to get to the position. B, he's done it. And 3, he's willing to help me. That people go, God, why am I making this so difficult? Why am I overthinking all this stuff? So I want to show you guys something. So Natasha, am I able to share my screen? Yeah. Okay, cool. All right. So give me a second. So I have a few things to show you. Okay. So hang on one second. Let me make sure I make sure I have this in the order I want to do it. Give me a second. Okay. All right, cool. So you guys all remember the original Star Wars, right? So what did I just talk to you guys about? I talked to you about trust, right? I talked to you about trust. One of the purposes of this call, of the calls that Al does, the calls that Al has, is to give you the skill. Right. So there we go, Mr. Thomas. He's got Yoda right there. So I want you guys to think about this. We're gonna have a little fun. I want you to think about this. One of the reasons why these trainings take place is for you guys to get the skills, for you to trust yourselves, for you to trust your instincts, right? So here goes. Hang on. And I'm going to take some of us back a bit. Cool. You guys put your volume up.
I suggest you try it again, Luke. This time, let go your conscious self and act on instinct.
With the blast shield down, I can't even see. How am I supposed to fight?
Your eyes can deceive you. Don't trust them. Stretch out with your feelings. You see? You can do it. I call it luck. In my experience, there's no such thing as luck.
I love that. I love that. By the way, the first time he puts the blast shield on, so he can't see anything.
Brush your teeth in less than
Oh,
10
hang on a minute.
seconds
Hang on a
with
minute.
this
Hang on a minute.
revolutionary
Hang on a minute.
toothbrush.
Hang on a minute.
It was created.
We don't need that ad. Hold on. Okay, so that one's done. I got a couple more things to show you. Okay, cool. So now you guys think about this, right? He puts the blast shield down, can't see anything. Brand new rep. We're out there trying to like teach them how to present, how to peak. My friend just said, not interested. You got involved in a thing. It looks like one of those things. My dad did stuff like that. He never made any money, blah, blah, blah. All that kind of craziness, right? But then you kind of let your instincts take over. You got to trust what you've been trained on. Write this down. Trust the training. Now, by the way, for the record, and this applies to some of you. So sorry if this is really direct. Some of you can't trust the training. You know why? You're not freaking listening. You're not. You're not taking notes. You're not listening. Those, by the way, guess what? And that's not the training's fault. That's on you. We can't listen for you. I'm not taking notes for you. I have my own notebook and you don't get it. You get your own. Like for real, get your own. Okay? So it's important to understand this. So the reason I'm telling you this is because I want you guys to become regional directors, but more than me wanting you to become a regional director, more than Al wanting you to become a regional director or higher, we want you to want to be one. We want you to want to have that success. We want you to want to be that person of influence. We want you to do it. Now, here's the thing. If you don't, it's cool. I told you guys this last week. If all you want out of ACN is to be a part of an environment like this, I'm telling you, you've already won, and I will be the first one to congratulate you. But you cannot look at Al Thomas and you cannot look at me or any of the other regional directors and legitimately tell us that you want to become a regional director, or for some of you who are RDs, you want to be a regional vice president one day. Come on. Come on. Please don't set yourself up for that and not do the things that are required by the leaders that are willing to show you and keep saying that, because you're telling yourself a message that's inaccurate. You're telling yourself that you want to do something, but you're not taking the actions to do the thing that you're talking about. That creates confusion inside and you're screwing yourself. You're making it harder than it is. That's why I said sometimes you just gotta trust your instincts. You've been trained. You've been trained. Now go. Training wheels off. You guys, what do we do? I mean, what do we really do? We talk to people and don't care whether or not they like it, they don't, they're interested, they're not. Who flipping cares? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. All that matters is that you go through the numbers so you can come across an Al Thomas, a Brian Baker, a Julian Lewis, a Natasha, a Diego. And I feel bad if I'm missing any other, the Guerreros. I don't know who else is on. I can't see everybody. So, all right. Anyway, I'm sure Al will cover. By the way, I'm talking about all the regional directors and all of you as future regional directors. Okay. So that's one thing. All right, cool. Now here's the next thing, right? Here's the next thing. You guys got to decide like, okay. All right. Let's say you've made the decision. He's talking to me, meaning I'm talking to you, and that you want to become a regional director or higher in ACN. So you guys just do me a favor. If that really is you, and I'm not calling anybody out, not one person, but if that really is you, and you're literally on this call and you're saying, I absolutely want to, and I am committed to becoming a regional director. I want to go regional director. I'm letting you know what I'm going to share with you next. It's kind of fun, but it's serious. But I got to wait for Mr. Thomas to come back. Kenny, I got you. You're committed to go RD. I love it. So I got to wait for Al to come back because he needs to see this. Sherry Ann, I see you. Here he is. Okay, cool. So now, if you're legitimately telling me and you're telling Al and you're telling this whole group that you are serious about becoming a regional director, just raise your hand, give me a thumbs up or do whatever. Like serious about becoming a regional director. Like you literally are serious about it. Okay, great. Cool. Now, check this out. Understand that we're in a fight. And when I say that we're in a fight, when I say that we're in a fight, means that you're kind of fighting for your freedom. You're fighting for your quality of life. You're fighting like there's a bit of a fight going on, right? I don't want you to go fight people, but there's a fight going on. And I was thinking about this. When you make the decision to get in the ring and get in the fight for regional director and higher, you got to have a certain attitude. And that attitude not only comes from confident expectation, it comes from this. It comes from this attitude I'm about to show you. It comes from this attitude that I'm about to show you. Okay, cool. So I'm going to share my screen. Give me a second and hang on one moment. Oh, this is so good. I mean, I think it's good. All right. I said you got to fight for that. So here goes. Did we lose Al? Oh, no, there he is. I got you, sir. I got you. Okay, cool. All right, here we go.
You said you wanted to know how to get to Capone. Do you really want to get him? You see what I'm saying? What are you prepared to do?
Everything within the law.
And then what are you prepared to do? If you open the ball on these people, Mr. Nash, you must be prepared to go all the way. Because they won't give up the fight until one of you is dead.
I want to get Capone. I don't know how to get him.
Want to get Capone? Here's how you get him. He pulls a knife, you pull a gun. He sends one of yours to the hospital, you send one of his to the morgue. That's the Chicago way.
Okay, what does that mean? What does that mean? What does it mean? I'm going to tell you right now. What are you prepared to do? Please, please do us a favor. Do all of us a favor and stop telling us about what you want to do. Please. I'm asking you, stop telling us about what I'm going to do this. I'm going to break this record. This person got to RD before me. I'm so much better than them. Really? Guess what? If they're there and you're not, I would say you're not. Why? Because the numbers prove it. Right? I'm this person, and why does she get this? And how did he do that? And and all this stuff, you guys. It's all nonsense. It's all noise. Clear the noise out. Go back to keeping it simple. Hold yourself to a higher standard, and just know that you're in a fight. That's why I love that clip. You know, they pull a knife, you pull a gun. Sends one of yours to the hospital, send one of his to the morgue. Why? All that's simply saying in ACN is you're not going to be outworked. You're not going to be out produced. When the majority of people are shutting it down, you're doing another hour. When someone can't take another no, I'm not interested. It looks at one of those, you're asking me about that business thing again, that you don't care. When that sends someone home, you're talking to another person. When you've presented 9 times in a day and 0 people are interested, what's your attitude? Yeah, by the way, man, this sucks. I can't believe how I'm putting in all this time. I'm not making any money. That's option 1. Here's option number 2. The 10th person's going to get it. The 10th person's going to get it. And if it's not the 10th, it's the 11th. And then whatever, it's the 17th person. And that 17th person becomes a Natasha. You're not even thinking about the other 16, right? Your attention's on the person that gets it. That's an attitude, and that's something that you guys have to have in place leading into 2021. By the way, oh, hey, Chris, what's up, man? I didn't see you, brother. You're in that RD conversation too. What's up? Tell Rose I said, hey. So look, here's the deal, you guys. Here's my point. Al, I could like stay on here with you guys for so long. I won't put you through the pain of it, but I could. It's like every year, man, like every year we get to this part of the year. If we're lucky enough, by the way, especially with the craziness that's gone on, if we are lucky enough to be here, and we are, because I'm looking at you, you're looking at me, and hopefully you're getting some kind of value out of today to wrap up the year. But here's what I want you to know, right? Every year we have the same conversations. By the way, all right, just to prove it to you, how many people last year, you got it, Diego, how many people last year heard this at this time of the year? How many people heard this? You guys, you got to be honest with me, please. Thank God my family sent me out to the office because I'm loud and crazy and caffeinated. Okay, cool. Check this out. How many people heard this 1 year ago? Ready? Dude, we're crushing 2020. 2020 is mine. RD 2020, RVP 2020. 2020 is mine. We're changing it. Our team's changing the game in 2020. Don't miss out. Who heard all those messages? Who sent some of those messages? Be honest. Right? So what I'm asking you guys to do this year, I'm not saying don't send this message. I'm saying if you send the message, back it up. If you send the message, prove your words. Or don't send the message. Don't freaking do it, because it waters down the message that those of us are sending that are doing something about it. So I'm trying to give you guys advice here, or some direction that you're going to have. Watch this. If you've made the decision and you're going to take the action, that will lead to confident expectation of what's going to happen for you in 2021. I told you this whole thing always comes full circle. You just got to give me a minute. You just got to hang with me long enough to hear me out. And when you have confident expectation and you know what you're doing, who wouldn't follow you? You almost feel bad for those people that don't. Because you're onto something big. You got the lottery ticket with the numbers. You've got it. Like, we're in this together. So, if you want ACN to work, just like the Untouchables clip, what are you prepared to do? Like, for real. You guys, honest to God, there's people right now that if I hear one more message from them about how busy they are, if I hear one more message from them about what they did in their day, if I hear one more, look, we're all busy. You know why people send that stuff? Here's what I'm going to tell you. Al, this can get pretty raw. Are you sure? Like, for real, I'm asking you as my friend, I'm asking you, are you sure?
Heck yeah, give it to them. It's the last day of the year. Do it.
Right, let me tell you why people talk about all the crap they have going on in their lives. You know why? You want to know why? I'm going to tell you. The reason that they do that is because what they're doing is they're legitimizing why they don't have more time to do ACN and why they're not producing more. That's it. It's a bunch of BS. I got this, I got that, I got the kids, I got this. Oh my God, listen, and I'm not minimizing COVID. I am not. But so I may have it. I'm feeling a little under the weather. Okay. Please do what an adult would do. Go get yourself checked if you feel you have the symptoms. If you don't, but please stop using all this stuff to stop you or creating an excuse as to why you're not doing more. You're not further along in the thing that you said that you were going to do, that you found a reason not to do because there's a convenient excuse. Let me tell you guys, look, excuses are like going into a 7-Eleven. They're very convenient and it's probably not very good for you. Right? I didn't say it's definitely not. I said probably. Right? Right? I mean, look, pick one. Years ago, one of the senior vice presidents whose trainings I used to go to, Senior Vice President Brian Sachs, he said something really funny. Oh, wait, we lost Julian here. Let me get him back in. Okay, so Senior Vice President Brian Sachs, he said something years ago that I thought was really good. He goes, write this down, by the way, write this down, please. I haven't said this in a long time. Here's what he said. He goes, Senior Vice President Brian Sachs, all excuses are created equal. All excuses are created equal. By the way, that's real. That's truth right there. All excuses are created equal. I mean, come on. This, that, whatever. Everybody's got them. I'm not saying people don't have challenges. You guys, hopefully you've gotten to know me well enough. I'm not saying that there aren't legitimate things that have to take our attention away from what it is that we're doing. I'm saying, in my opinion, the overwhelming majority of the time, that is in fact not the case. That's what I'm saying. That's my experience. Maybe Al's is different. I bet it's not. Right? I bet it's not. So we're in a business where We have this insane opportunity. Really, we're in this business where we have this incredible opportunity to kind of change the world. One presentation, one meeting, one living room at a time. We can change people's circumstances. So I was thinking about this, and that's why everybody signs up in ACN. They want to improve and change their circumstances. And along the way, they start to learn and realize that the only way that we can do that is by helping other people do the exact same thing. So you guys have heard me talk about, leading by example. And you guys have heard me talk about, being an example and, doing what you want your team to do and all this kind of stuff. You guys have heard this. You've heard this many, many times. So I was reminded of something that I saw a while ago, and I thought it was really good. And this is a video that I need you guys to focus on because there's a message in it. But I need you to please turn up your volume and don't miss a word that's said because it's really important. And it kind of puts into perspective everything that we're doing. And I want you to hear what this gentleman says. I think it's really good. And I think it's a great way to end the year and to start the new year with the kind of expectation and belief in yourselves that you should have, because you have the leadership, you have the company, you got the products, you got the services, you got the background, or you've got the back end support, and you've got a comp plan that's absolutely genius. That's pretty good. By the way, that's a pretty good, those are pretty good ingredients for success. You're the blender. You got to figure out if you're going to put them together. Right? So I want you guys to watch this and please focus on it. And you guys, for 6 minutes time, or 6 and change, please don't be distracted. So I know that I kind of delivered the end of the year message, out of a responsibility and out of an obligation to Al because of, our relationship. And now kind of with the relationship I have with you guys. So here goes. All right. Check this out. Focus in and don't worry about taking notes because you can find it on your own. I just want you to listen and watch what this gentleman has to say and what he shows. Okay. Here goes. Have fun.
Start off by making your bed.
Hang on.
If you make your bed, it'll change the world. Start off by making your bed. If you make your bed every morning, you will have accomplished the first task of the day. It will give you a small sense of pride, and it will encourage you to do another task, and another, and another. And by the end of the day, that one task completed will have turned into many tasks completed. Making your bed will also reinforce the fact that the little things in life matter. If you can't do the little things right, you'll never be able to do the big things right. And if by chance you have a miserable day, you will come home to a bed that is made, that you made. And a made bed gives you encouragement that tomorrow will be better. To pass SEAL training, there are a series of long swims that must be completed. One is the night swim. Before the swim, the instructors joyfully brief the students on all the species of sharks that inhabit the waters off San Clemente. They assure you, however, that no student has ever been eaten by a shark, at least not that they can remember. But you are also taught that if a shark begins to circle your position, stand your ground. Do not swim away. Do not act afraid. And if the shark, hungry for a midnight snack, darts towards you, then summons up all your strength and punch him in the snout, and he will turn and swim away. There are a lot of sharks in the world. If you hope to complete the swim, you will have to deal with them. So if you want to change the world, don't back down from the sharks. Over a few weeks of difficult training, my SEAL class, which started with 150 men, was down to just 42. There were now 6 boat crews of 7 men each. I was in the boat with the tall guys, but the best boat crew we had was made up of the little guys, the Munchkin crew, we call them. No one was over 5'5". The Munchkin boat crew had 1 American Indian, one African American, one Polish American, one Greek American, one Italian American, and 2 tough kids from the Midwest. They out-paddled, outran, and outswam all the other boat crews. The big men in the other boat crews would always make good-natured fun of the tiny little flippers the Munchkins put on their tiny little feet prior to every swim. But somehow these little guys from every corner of the nation and the world always had the last laugh, swimming faster than everyone and reaching the shore long before the rest of us. SEAL training was a great equalizer. Nothing mattered but your will to succeed, not your color, not your ethnic background, not your education, not your social status. If you want to change the world, measure a person by the size of their heart, not by the size of their flippers. The 9th week of training is referred to as Hell Week. It is 6 days of no sleep, constant physical and mental harassment, and one special day at the Mud Flats. The Mud Flats are an area between San Diego and Tijuana where the water runs off and creates the Tijuana Sloughs, a swampy patch of terrain where the mud will engulf you. It is on Wednesday of Hell Week that you paddle down to the Mud Flats and spend the next 15 hours trying to survive the freezing cold, the howling wind, and the incessant pressure to quit from the instructors. As the sun began to set that Wednesday evening, my training class, having committed some egregious infraction of rules, was ordered into the mud. The mud consumed each man till there was nothing visible but our heads. The instructors told us we could leave the mud if only 5 men would quit. Only 5 men, just 5 men, and we could get out of the oppressive cold. Looking around the mud flat, it was apparent that some students were about to give up. It was still over 8 hours till the sun came up. 8 more hours of bone-chilling cold. The chattering teeth and the shivering moans of the trainees were so loud, it was hard to hear anything. And then one voice began to echo through the night. One voice raised in song. The song was terribly out of tune, but sung with great enthusiasm. One voice became 2. And 2 became 3, and before long, everyone in the class was singing. The instructors threatened us with more time in the mud if we kept up the singing, but the singing persisted. And somehow the mud seemed a little warmer, and the wind a little tamer, and the dawn not so far away. If I have learned anything in my time traveling the world, it is the power of hope. The power of one person, a Washington, a Lincoln, King, Mandela, and even a young girl from Pakistan, Malala. One person can change the world by giving people hope. So if you want to change the world, start each day with a task completed. Find someone to help you through life. Respect everyone. Know that life is not fair and that you will fail often. But if you take some risks, step up when the times are the toughest, face down the bullies, lift up the downtrodden, and never, ever give up. If you do these things, the next generation and the generations that follow will live in a world far better than the one we have today. And what started here will indeed have changed the world for the better.
There you go. That's what I got. That's my message. That's my end of the year. Start by making your bed. Make your freaking bed. And watch what happens for you in 2021. You know, I'm just going to tell you this. I hope that was impactful for you guys. I hope you guys dug it. I do not take these calls for granted. I think out of the 5 or 6 months I've done these, I've been late on there a couple times. Today was one of them. I was having a little bit of a challenge with some of the videos, but I wanted to have some fun with you guys between Obi-Wan, Sean Connery, and that gentleman. You know, you're in great company with Mr. Thomas. Now the question is, are you going to be a talker or a doer? That's it. Are you going to be a talker or a doer? And what I'm saying to you guys is this. if you're not going to take the action, please don't talk the game. Okay? Not for me, not for Al, not for any of the RDs, but for you. And why do I say that to you? I say that to you because, let me get out of this here for a second. Let me close all this up. Let me tell you guys why. If you're not going to take the action, please stop talking the game, because they're not congruent. They're not on the same. They're not the gentleman that you just heard. That is an action taker. Now, if you're taking the action, talk about it. If you're taking the, by the way, good, bad, or otherwise, leaderships like this are phenomenal. Al's a phone call away for you guys to go, Al, I talked to this person. I thought I did a great job. It turns out that I said, I may have said too much. I may have done this. And he's there for you for that. By the way, he would rather have that call from you than looking at the report and never seeing anything change in your business. He would rather have that call from you, as any of the RDs would. And quite frankly, RDs, if you're not where you want to be, you know the phone call that needs to be made. Call someone who's in a position that you want to get to and stop sitting on your RD position. Right? You want to get somebody's attention? How about this? Go President's Club. Let's talk. You want to get into that conversation? You want to start training? You want to start doing that? Where's your name on President's Club? Let's go. Let's go. We'll do it with you. Al knows me that sometimes I can be very direct about stuff like this, but know where it's coming from. I want this for you. He wants this for you. You are completely capable. Start by accomplishing something every day. How many times have I said that to you guys? A customer in a day, peak someone in a day, a presentation in a day, something every day added up over 30 days. You're going to have a lot of activity moving forward. I think that's awesome. But don't talk it if you're not doing it. And if you're not doing it, I'm not saying don't be a part of these calls. I'm not saying that. I'm saying if you're not doing it, stop talking it, because it brings down the level. What I want you to do is say less, do more. So when you do talk about it, you've created a circumstance where you have a right to have confident expectation in what's going to happen for your business. That's what I got. That's my message. I love you guys. I appreciate the opportunity to be a part of these calls, and I hope that it's helpful. And Al, love you like a brother. I appreciate you. And 9:49. So it's the end of the year. What am I going to do? I had some stuff to show you guys.
I still got the Academy Award from last week with your name on it, sir. Still got your name on it.
Okay, good.
And you know what? You wear a big crown for us. We want to crown you. We want to crown you for the year, sir. What a great job you've done to help everybody understand. Folks, I want to say Happy New Year. But first, I want to reiterate a few things that Mr. Dean Tarrolly said. First of all, he said, make your bed. In other words, and I know 4 or 5, hey, I've seen this before. Now, I'm going to say this in love. So what the hell have you done since then? You've seen it before. Probably nothing. The power of hope. Did you catch that? But I've seen that for 14 minutes, Thomas. So what have you done with it? Same position, no new IBOs. Okay. Mr. Dean Tarrolly, I want to thank you so much, sir. This month was an incredible month. First, he talked about customers. He talked about recruiting was number 2. Number 3 was promoting events. Number 4 was a comp plan. And today he says, he's looking at everyone and be like, and you take it home. Now what? Now you've seen all this. What have you done with it? The whole month, what have you done? Think about it. Wow. Wow. If you're not going to take action, you know what they say, blank walks, and remember, what's the saying? So quit talking about it and put it on paper, put it in your back office, and let us see the results for you and your family. So I want to thank Mr. Dean Tarrolly for a great month of December. Broke it down real simple, real methodical. Now the last one was, now what? That's right. So like he said, And so can we show Mr. Dean Tarrolly some love? Come on, let's show some love. And not only show us some love, but do something with the information. And some of you guys still ain't got a journal taking notes. And you wonder why you're stuck in the same position. Let's show him on the text how much we love him this month. Wow, wow, wow. Customers, recruiting. Then we went into promoting events and the comp plan. It's all there for you. And he wound up this last day of the year for us. Now what? As we enter into 2021. Now what? Yeah, I get it. But now what? Yeah, I get it. But now what? And what the guys say, the power of hope. God bless you, sir. We thank you. We'll see you back in February. You're welcome to come back anytime. Everybody, we'll see everybody. We'll give everybody 3 days. I'm going to feel like a 95%. I want to do myself for 3 days, but I'll figure it out. And I want to thank you, Mr. Dean Tarrolly. We'll be back January the 4th, the first Monday, with the 3.0 lady. That's right, 3.0. Don't forget your teacups. Don't forget to aim high. Don't forget to, anyway, I'm not going to steal her stuff. But I want to thank you so much, Mr. Dean Tarrolly. We love you. I appreciate you. We all appreciate you. We can never get tired of you. And the beautiful thing I love about it, I don't know if you guys caught it, but he just closed the journal just a second ago. See, he's got journals. Shaquille Cooper's 32 journals. Leaders have journals. There's a hint going into 2021. God bless you, sir. May you and your family have a safe, happy new year. We'll see you very soon. Anything I can do for you, please do not hesitate to call. We got you down for February. We love you. Everybody have a great New Year's Eve. I've started mine already. So we're going to end the call that way. God bless everybody.